Hey guys, this is Frank. In my recent video, I already showed you how the Cartesia work with NavTalk AI, but I think there was something wrong. I thought it only support like a few LLM and not support the transcript, but I think I was wrong. It's actually support most popular LLM and also support the transcript, but you need some extra effort to get it to work. So in this video, I will show you how this is going to work from very beginning. Okay, so first of all, let's go to the profile page. So we need to add the API key. Let's say, okay, this is Cartesia app. Okay, let's get the key. Let's go to the Cartesia backend. Let's go over here. Let's go to the API key. Let's create a new key. Do a description. Frank test 1, 2, 3. Great. I will delete this one later. Copy. Okay. Now let's go to the backend. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is everything we need to do in the NavTalk because NavTalk just need to know what's the API key of the Cartesia, then it uses this key to do the voice call. Okay, let's go back to the Cartesia backend. So go to the voice agent and create a new one. Let's say create a new one. Okay, let's keep it as default. Let's change the name. Say okay, this is a Frank test 1, 2, 3. Let's save the change. Now it should already work, but it's just use the default LLM and not support the transcript. You need some extra work to get it to work. So let me test that.
Hey,
What's
could up?
You tell me something?
Of course, what's on your mind?
Yeah, it works. So now we need to go to the setting. We need to connect to your GitHub account. So it will create a repository and put some source code over there. That source code could allow you pick up the LLM, any large language model such as the OpenAI, Gemini. I will show you how it get to work. It's made difficult to explain that. So let's say I put some code to this repository. By default, it will use the Anthropic API. But I don't use this one, so I just create a default one. I just create a fake one. Now let's go to the environment. I could delete this one. Go to the setting. So let's go to the repository. See what's the code over there. It will automatically create the repository. So let's refresh my repository. For the first time, it may ask you to connect GitHub account to the Cartesia. So it may require you log in. But I already have that done, so I just get this repository. And if you look at here, we have some default code. Here is get the LLM. Here is some default code. Basically, it will run the code over here. I have some code here. I will put the link of this repository to the video description. So this code, I customize some of the code. I say, okay, you need to node the LLM and node the LLM key. So yeah, I will show you how this get work. Just to copy this code and upload to here. Okay, commit change. So basically it say okay for the LLM agent, use the API key over here and use this provider. It could be OpenAI or the Gemini. I will show you how this get work. So it require this environment variable. So let's go back to here. Let's go here. Let's add the variable. Which value we should pick up? You could take a look at this one. We use I think Cartesia uses the little LM. So I will use this one. So you just pick up any name over here. Not all of them are working. I think most of them are working. If you go back, you could say, oh, we have the Gemini, we have Astropic, we have a whole bunch of stuff over here. So they support more than 100 LLM. It's very convenient. Yeah, it actually supports much more than the ElevenLabs. Okay, now let's go back to the agent over here. Let's go back to here, put it over there. Let's add one more thing. I need the key. I need the API key. So let's go the source code. This is a variable name over here. Let's get the OpenAI API key to here. Now we know which model we will use and which API key we will use. So it will return the LLM agent. This is how we get the customized LLM. You could pick up any large language model over here. So how I know this one, how I know we need to write some code like this, we need to overwrite. It's kind of like overwrite the get agent method. You need to take a look at their documentation, and it's taken me a few days to find out. Oh, we need to go here to find the name of the large language model. So the next one I need to show you is the transcript. The transcript, we have some method over here. So which is this one. This one will send the any transcript to the WebSocket. So the NavTalk could get that, could understand what is the response, what's the input. And this is a real time. So you could even do more. You could even send the email, send this to the database, whatever you want. It is difficult than the ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs, you just need to configure that, but this one you need to write some code. But it's more option you could do. It's more flexible. Yeah. So now let's go back to the back end of this one. So say if it's already deployed. Yeah, it's already deployed. Once you change some setting in the variable, it will do a deployment because it will try to get the code from the Git repository and deploy to their server. So it need to take some time, probably 1 minute. So let me do some tests first.
Hey, I'm a Cartesia voice assistant.
Hey,
Whoa.
you tell me something?
Sure, what's on your mind?
Okay. Yeah, it looks very good. It's working. It's using the OpenAI. So now let's go back to the NavTalk. Okay, we have this one over here. Let's find the avatar or find a test avatar. So let's click the setting. Let's switch back to here. Switch back to here. Yeah, this one I just created. So let's find the voice.
Life always seems.
Let's say this prompt will overwrite the original prompt. So that's over here. Okay, now let's make a call. Hello.
Hello, how can I assist you today?
Hey, could you tell me something?
Of course. What would you like to know?
Yeah, it looks very good. So this is how exactly the Cartesia work with the NavTalk from very beginning. Very important thing is you need to create your own. I would say this is a handler. This handler will override some default behavior, like how to get the language model, how to send the message, send the transcript to the WebSocket or something like that. Actually, there are more stuff over here. So if you want to look into more detail, you can take a look at this one, take a look at their documentation. Yeah, this is very helpful. It's taken me a few days to find out how to get this to work. Okay, I think that's pretty much all for this video. If you have any question, just let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye.